behind the scenes for making this fantastic event happen. I said also put my donation toward that Chippy fight. And the good news is we did meet the Zolgan incentive for Chippy, but first things first, we'll need to take care of that Crusader percent. And now it's time to go over to Scrublord with his run of Chippy. You got this.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. My name is Scrublord. So schedule's behind. Thank you. We're just going to get started right away. So countdown, we're going to start at 3, 2, 1, go.
Chippy.
So if you don't know what this game is, it's a bullet hell boss rush game. We're doing a very important trick right here by skipping the tutorial, by shooting that boss right there. How about we go ahead and have the couch introduce themselves?
I'm Bullets.
Hi, I'm Sneaky.
I'm Flurgandy.
All right, and let's go. So this is the first boss right here. It's Neophyte. He's extremely easy. There's power-ups you could get throughout the boss after destroying these cores. One of them is a shield upgrade, which I could use to tank an extra hit, but I'm not going to be getting any of them. I don't know why I waited right there. I'm really thinking too much, but it's all good. It's all good. Sneaky, you want to talk a bit more about the power-ups while I kind of focus here?
Sure, yeah. So there are a lot of power-ups we can get. Currently, Scrublord has 4 cannon upgrades, and that shoots like a big cannon shot, and it'll destroy a lot of the pixels around a boss. So we'll be using that to open up parts of the boss so we get access to either cores or to just knock cores off the boss like Scrublord just did.
Oh, yeah. So these cores, you have to kill every single one of them in order to deal damage to the boss. Right now, if I try going for the middle, it'll do 0 damage. Killing these cores are very essential. And there's 2 ways to do so. You could either shoot them directly or chop them off. Right there, I just had to chop it off to make it easy. And you should be dead soon. The double shot here basically doubles damage, and we're done with the first boss right there. Awesome. All right, next we're up to the second boss, which is Kraken. Oh, whoops. So you kind of see, we'll see the optimizations that are done in this game. So in the last boss, we chopped the cores one at a time. This one, we're going to just get them all at once. Just make this guy just a giant head. Because it's really easy, and it's just really convenient to just have the boss just able to shoot him right away.
Yeah, and the big thing Kraken's doing is spawning these bubbles that'll kind of bounce you around and do damage, but they'll easily knock you to the enemies, or the bullets that are around everywhere.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing the same thing yet again. I'm going to be picking up this cursed upgrade. So what the red upgrades do is it spawns an extra attack. Most of the time, I'm not going to be getting them because it spawns a very annoying homing attack, usually, which I have to take an extra amount of time to dodge. But here is just the thing shooting above me, and I want to get this turret. The thing above me is not that dangerous. It's easy to dodge. But yeah, that's second phase down. And you can see on the right how well I'm doing. That's basically a progress bar. And yeah, this is the third phase where there's going to be 4 of these cores just on the outskirts of the boss. I'm going to need to be shooting all of them, but I don't want to just be standing still and shooting. So we're just putting turrets down to clear them out, so I don't have to just cancel shoot. That's fine there. Some extra shields. There's a lot of shields that drop in Kraken, so getting hit's not a big deal. Later on, it could get pretty dangerous with the way that the patterns are. But here shouldn't be too bad. I have 1 extra shield here, so we're fine.
Yeah, you have to be a little bit careful during this phase because all the bubbles are coming from the bottom and then all the bolts are coming from the top to bounce you into them.
Yeah, this attack's annoying, but
we have enough shields to deal with it.
Good, yeah.
And just to help you out a little bit, the game will spawn these shields in these little containers so you can blow them up and get the shields from them. But they also have these cursed containers that will spawn some sort of attack or something that'll make the rest of the boss harder for you.
So now at the third boss. We're at the third boss, which is Guardian. And Guardian, every boss kind of has a gimmick. For Kraken, it was to shoot all the bubbles. For Guardian, it's just a bunch of lasers. And
so at the beginning there,
you can... I missed 1 pixel there. So that could happen often where I'm just 1 pixel away from chopping off a part.
The start of Guardian gets very, very tight because the first thing you're doing is boosting yourself through the 2 little tendrils. And then if you're very slow on this part, everything kind of just converges in on you and you really have to kill the core before you get hit.
I got a little caught there. I need to back up on that. Yeah, so a lot of the attacks are pretty set. The only RNG really is where the, I don't want that, where the shots are. I really want the slice because we're doing an awesome strat in the second phase. Yeah, so where the shots are the real main RNG parts. There'll be an extra RNG later, but I'll explain it when we get to it. Yeah, but there are two annoying types of attacks, which are homing attacks and overlapping attacks. Homing attacks are annoying because most of the time I'm gonna want to stand still and shoot, and that kind of ruins that. And overlapping attacks are pretty bad because it's just hard to keep track of. So right now I'm going to be doing something pretty spooky and hitting this specific point right here. I use the slice there, and what slice does is it allows me to hit some, or to get rid of indestructible cells. And like the purple ones right here, I can't shoot away. So I'm gonna have to do it like this. Use the slice for that. Whoops. Getting close there. All right, we're good. So that's half the boss down, or half of the phase down. And I just need to chop off this part right here, and then we'll get to this boss's desperation phase. And for the other bosses, it was pretty short. It was just shooting at them, and they shot some stuff back. But for this boss, it's a lot longer, and could get a bit tricky because he likes to shoot a ton of lasers. Oh yeah, while I'm doing this, I should give some big shout-outs to both Kragnir and Krahi. They both found most of the strats used for these bosses and currently have a majority of the IL times, or the top IL times. So big shout-outs for them for finding this stuff. All right, that's fine. It's pretty dead. All right,
nice.
Going down. And then now we're on execution, where we will get to see the first glitch of the run. So normally what you're supposed to do in this boss is, it's a little different than the others. You have to shoot this wavy line right here, and that charges the lasers on either side. But I have a way to get clipped right into him and just shoot him directly, and that involves getting a few of these power-ups. So I picked up that convert power-up to get some damage. Oh, kind of messed it up, sorry. I need to pick up this convert power-up to convert some of the bullets that they shoot into damage upgrades. Because I'm going to need a lot of damage in order to take care of this boss. It has a ton more health than the others, because you're not meant to do it this way. So doing that gets all these damage upgrades, which is very nice. We're going to kill this guy right away for the cannon. And a nice convenient side effect about the cannon is that it has recoil, and when you recoil into another object, it tries to push you out. And so I was able to be pushed out right next to the boss, which is why this is possible. But we're not completely over yet, because shooting the boss from this very enclosed spot is a little tricky. There's going to be, a lot of the shots will just hit against the boss and do nothing, but some of these shots will go through. Like this one right here, this will make me confused, which just reverses my controls, but since I know it's coming, it's pretty easy to deal with. And I guess we have time for a couple donations while I go through this one, boss.
Absolutely. We have $10,000 from the Yeti. Hey all, Yeti here. We want to give a shout out to our warehouse team. They're already set up in our practice room, folding hundreds of shirts for their 100% glitchless run of shipping AGDQ 2020 orders. No resets.
All right, awesome. So now we're done with execution. Whoops, we're going to Overgrowth. And the main gimmick for Overgrowth is he regenerates his parts, including cores. So if you chop off a core and wait long enough, it'll regrow it back, which is pretty bad to do this boss casually, because most of the time you'll be just dodging bullets and won't have enough time, or just don't know where to shoot. So it gets pretty tricky. But since I know what I'm doing, it should be fine. It's this pretty simple boss once you know what you are doing. Okay, we're going to pick up all these upgrades. These upgrades are going to be very beneficial for the second phase, because it's going to be a lot harder to deal with. And then, Bullets, you want to talk about this guy's desperation phase for a second?
So for this boss, when you get to the second phase of this, focus on some of the other boss fights. You can try to start on the inside of it, which we've done in a few other tries or a few other of the boss fights, and you sometimes do. We'll do in the future a little bit. The reason we don't do it for this one is the attack right after you spawn the second phase. It's just a bunch of bullets kind of coming through here. So instead we stay on the outside to get the shield upgrade to be a little bit safer with it, and then we start dealing with the cores from the inside like normal.
Yeah. All right. So we got that one core left, and then he'll go into his desperation attack, and the desperation attack is very annoying to deal with. He's going to be shooting a ton, but luckily I got these turrets, and I can just plop them down and just run away and dodge because I honestly don't want to deal with this. Whoops! I got caught by something.
Oh no.
That's fine. Yeah. There's this one attack right here that's super annoying. This homing attack. It's homing and shooting bullets at me. So I just completely hate it. It's really annoying, but the turrets are very convenient. So yeah, this run's going pretty well. So we're already up to the 6th boss of the round. There's 7 in total. This is Anomaly, and he has a very cool strat in the second phase, but right now I want to shoot this tight corridor. I got it. And we're gonna have to do that on 2 sides. So there's a lot to this boss. He likes to shoot just a ton of these circles, like glee pellets. And I want to shoot in 2 very specific spots right here. This one included. I just want to grab those 2 slices. This is another cursed upgrade. So what it's going to do, it's going to spawn a checkerboard pattern, and I can only stay in every other checkerboard. And it'll swap every second. And it'll go away a second. All right, we're good. Yeah, it's possible to go through some tight squeezes like that, mostly because bullets are moving slow enough, they'll push you instead of actually dealing damage, which is pretty convenient, and that Crusade has a lot of the slow-moving bullets. It definitely becomes more of a problem in the harder mode, Invasion, because a lot of the bullets are a lot faster. So, whoops, this is the strat I was talking about. We're going to be using these slices to top off these 2 parts, and then I'm going to grab this blink, which will allow me to teleport all the way here. And then right now, I only have 2 points left I need to shoot. I'll point it out once I get to it. It's this one right here. Whoops, this is one of them. There's one other here. I want to grab the shield first so I can tank some hits. So right here. I'm just going to shoot that out. Oh, just kidding. I missed one. Oh, yeah, I see where I missed. That is completely fine. I'll go around and get it. So you see that little like flashing pixel up there? I missed shooting that, but that's fine. We could just take this out and go and get it. We'll just get some extra attacks I have not seen in a while. Oh, I got rid of half of them. Okay, I did not expect that. All right, right here. There we go.
There you go.
And
nice.
It's almost dead. I just need to get him with this turret. And he's dead. It's actually possible to die after the boss dies. It has happened to me several times, or a few times before. And it's just soul-crushing whenever it happens. So now we're up to the final boss of Crusade, and definitely the hardest one. It's Phobia. What makes Phobia so bad is that he moves. The other bosses just mostly stood still, but this one likes to move around, giving an extra element of randomness. And there's also asteroids wandering in the background. Those can also get really annoying because if an asteroid gets away while you're shooting, there's not really much you can do about it. You could shoot away the asteroid, but that just wastes a lot of time. So we're on the second phase. Right now, we're just really preparing for the third phase, which is the most tricky part of this boss.
Yeah, and from this point on, when you're destroying these cores, it'll start spawning these bugs that'll follow you for the rest of the phase until you end it, and then they'll disappear.
They actually go away after a while, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
you won't really see that happen on this phase because it's going to go by pretty quickly. So I got hit there, which has been unfortunate because I would like to have 3 shields coming up in the last phase, but I can just play a bit safer. Also, the asteroids with these flashing things right here, I have shields, so I could get them if I need to. All right, so this is the third phase, and I want him to charge at me immediately, which he didn't, because if he charged at me immediately, then he would just stop staring at me, and there's a lot of bullets on screen right now. Yeah, then he would just charge at me right away, and I could just start shooting his cores off very quickly, but he's charged late there. which is a bit unfortunate because there's already a bunch of attacks happening.
Yeah, the core in the back is the one you want to get off as quickly as possible because it produces some of the worst attacks.
Yeah. Also, it he also rotates towards you occasionally, and that's kind of annoying to have to deal with. Yeah, it also drops a really helpful upgrade, which is 3 double shots. And I think last time we used double shots was in Kraken. So as you saw before, it was very helpful, and it'll definitely be very helpful to have 3 of them, clearing out the rest of the East cores. It's not going too well, actually. Yeah, so the later this boss goes, the harder it gets, because it likes to shoot a bunch of homing attacks at a certain point. And as I mentioned before, homing attacks are stuff you don't want to see. So right now I'm out of shields, so I'm going to have to be safe and try to collect one, maybe over here. Yeah, but right now this run's going amazing. I think I only had that one reset in Guardian when I messed up, but...
And so these flashing bubbles on the screen, if you go into them, they sort of tether you and you can't go very far from them. You have to wait a couple of seconds for them to stop tethering you. So you want to get away from them, or as Scrublord just use the fade on them, which will make them disappear from the screen.
Yeah, fade basically just makes you invisible. You can't get hit by anything during that time, but nothing can hit you. Or I mean, you can't hit anyone else. Sorry, you can't shoot while you're doing it. Oh, he turned right. Oh, in the bad mode. No, it's still fine. I can just cut out the last part. So we're fine. I just need to get over this boss. So this goes well. Right now there's a lot of spiders on screen, so you might have noticed there was a red box earlier that spawned. If I don't kill it in a certain amount of time, then it spawns all these spiders, which is not terrible because they're all just swarming one spot. All right, he's gonna charge at me, so I'm gonna let him.
This boss's name is Phobia, by the way.
Yeah, it's Phobia. Pretty fitting. That's a bit unfortunate. I might be in a difficult spot.
Oh no. Okay.
That's unfortunate, but I think we're good on time, so...
Oh yeah, you're fine, you're fine.
Go again. And I guess while I catch up, you could read a few more donations.
Well, since you're doing Phobia again, we do have a $25 donation from Crahy that says, "Hey, Scrublord, best of luck on the run and much love from the Chippy Discord. I'll double my donation if you get sub 3 Phobia."
Oh! Not sure I'll be getting that, but we'll see, we'll see.
We also have $25 from Strax that says, "Hey, Scrub, sorry I wasn't able to be there this time, but I know you'll do good on the run. Show those bosses who is the real Scrub, and good luck on the run, my dude."
Thank you so much, dude.
And we also have $25 from Babe Delphia that says, "Thanks for running this amazing game and for showing me just how bad I am at it."
Yeah, a lot of these bosses are an absolute treat to watch. Casually, they'll take you maybe 5-6 minutes, up to about 9. And the fast strats really help out here. They reduce them all below 3 minutes, for the most part.
Yeah, definitely. I know Phobia took me a good few days to beat. Definitely one of the trickier ones. Yeah, and if this looks too difficult for you, there's actually the devs actually added workshop content for this game recently, and one of the things they added was a easy mode to the Crusade and Invasion difficulty runs. He charged quickly, so that's good. But I'm also I don't have a shield. I'm just, I had the wrong upgrade selected. I was gonna use a fade there. That's fine. Yeah, you really want to have 3 shields when going into the 3rd phase.
But yeah, speaking of the easy mode, the easy mode, it makes a lot of these bullets a lot slower. So it's a little more manageable to dodge everything that's on screen rather than what you're watching right now.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, and while I'm here, I may as well shout out the devs. Big shout outs to them. Their names are Relay and Zix. If you want to join the Discord, then go ahead. There's a link to the Discord in the game if you want to get it. Go ahead and buy it. I think it's $20 on Steam right now, so if you're interested in what you're seeing, I definitely encourage you to support this game. It's a bit tricky. Yeah, Clearing out some of these is also difficult because I know that the spiders are going to pop out, so I don't want to be up right next to them when they do. So this phase is going a bit slowly, but...
It's also very unfortunate when you get pushed right up against the corner and there's not a whole lot you can shoot from there.
Yeah. Especially these asteroids are annoying. This is not a spot I want to be in. I'm not sure how many shields I have, but I know I have at least one. I don't want to get that shield because the slice is very crucial to kill that tail. Oh, you charge right away, that's good. I don't want to get hit though. Oh no, asteroid. Oh no, that ruined everything. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this shield. Oh, that was the only shield I had. Yeah, I'm gonna get this other shield upgrade. Just don't get hit. Oh, I put a homing attack out. That's very bad because this one moves super fast. Yeah, it's also annoying that the asteroids don't really block any bullets from the boss. Something annoying to deal with. All right, I got an extra shield.
All right, you're in good shape now.
I feel like I am. I need him to charge at me though, because whenever he tries to charge at you, he just stops and stares at you, so I can't really go and shoot the cores while he's doing that. All right. We have a time for another donation if you want to go ahead and do so.
Sure, we have $100 from Baby Paunch that says, glad to see your Chippy run here at GDQ, Scrublord. Even more excited to see your run later, or your next run later in the week.
Yo, shoutouts to Wild Animal Sports there.
No.
That's gonna be a great one. It's gonna be in the awful block. Y'all should watch it. It's gonna be hilarious. Okay. So I cut off the tail, so I just need to clear the rest of these cores. Homing attack. Don't love it. This is in the way, so I may as well shoot it. That's the thing that spawns a bunch of spiders. I got hit there, but we have an extra shield. We're good. May as well get one more up here. Yeah, say goodbye to sub 3. Yeah, it's actually possible to do this boss in under 2 minutes. It's just requires such a perfect run.
Yeah, here the double gun is really, really crucial.
Yeah, I wanted to use it more there, but those lasers were in the way.
And the desperation mode should be coming up.
Yeah, right here. So it just makes the screen a bit dark, which is fine because I can still see a lot of the screen. It's just, it's not an extra attack. I guess that's the when it gets really annoying.
So time's coming up.
Oh yeah, time's coming up when Phobia dies, which should be right now. That's time. Thank you. All right. So I believe the Zolgan incentive has been met. And this is Zolgan right here. He's the last boss in the game. And to put it in perspective, over 8,000 people have beaten Neophyte, but only 12 people here have beaten this boss. So that kind of puts on the scale of how hard it is. But we'll be doing it in about minute 30. I guess we could start the timer for 5 minutes. We could just start right now. 3, 2, 1, and go. We'll do Zolgan. All right, so this is Zolgan. It's definitely a tricky boss. His strat, whoops, I don't want to shoot out that whole way. His strat requires picking up a blink, teleporting all over the map. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, someone else want to explain the strat we're going to be using here?
Would you like to come
I need to focus here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the strat here is that you want to pick up Blink, and there are a couple of specific spots that you need to blink to in order to basically dismantle the entire boss. The only problem is that you don't have shields doing this, so you cannot get hit, you cannot touch any of the walls, and you kind of just have to deal with everything that gets thrown at you. Yeah, that's about it.
That sums it up well.
For each of the bosses, depending on what time you do it in, you get a gold medal, a silver medal, or like a bronze medal. The gold medal for this boss is 8 minutes, if I remember correctly.
I think that's right.
Yeah, so you're not expected to do to do very well or do this
Yeah.
very quick.
All right, so I got over the hardest part, which is dodging a ton of bullets in that very close space. There's a laser here. That came at the wrong time. I wanted that to come earlier.
Yeah, one of the things you need to be careful of is when you're blinking outside, there's another little ship that's going around, and you don't want to blink into that, but it also shoots at you, so...
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of little ships that spawn around the map. They're mostly there to like provide an extra obstacle.
Yeah,
but
they do cause a lot of problems.
for this one, it's just that one guy that's really the problem. Because we're going to be taking care of this, like, basically 8-minute boss in, like, under the times of most bosses. Yeah. I mean, this is the faster way to complete this boss. You could do it slowly, but I'm not good at that. This strat just looks amazing, and I love doing it. Yeah, so this is the hardest part, because there's 3 overlapping attacks right there, and it gets very difficult to deal with. Okay, hopefully nothing hits me. All right, we're good.
Nice.
So we just need to clear out one more spot, and everything will fall apart, and it'll be very satisfying. Right there. Everything is done. Now, all we need to do is shoot the boss.
Yeah.
But right when you shoot out everything, then he just goes into his invincibility phase. I can't really do much. All I'm doing here is bringing these ships down here so they don't bother me when he spawns back. All right, he should be back.
Yeah, the nice thing about luring those ships around the map is that they just can't really bother you. Sometimes they get stuck on the back of Zolgan.
Yeah, and then right now, I could just be shooting directly, but it's a lot easier just to set up some turrets and have them shoot it. And then I picked up 2 drones. Drones do more damage than normal turrets, but they can also hit you if you touch them. And that's time right there on Zolgan. So that's Chippy. I hope everyone enjoyed.
Nice run.
Yeah, and I think that's it for me. Anyone else? I think we're good?
No, I think we're good.
All right, yeah. Good. Go to the next game.
Well, awesome job, Scrublord, on that run of Chippy, and even more taking out Zolgan. I have no idea how you did that, and I sat here and I watched it. But we got a $5 donation from Zick that said, hey, Scrublord, good luck on the run. You got this. Love you, friend. And we are going to throw it to a quick Twitch ads. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2020 as we continue rolling through this amazing PC block with unbelievable graphics, incredible music. And by the way, we have a $10 donation from Mocha Macchiato saying, second year watching GDQ, amazing content as always. Thanks to all the staff and runners for putting on a great show and supporting a cause that's close to my heart. Also, that Hollow Knight print is amazing. I'm gonna need one. Well, you knew we couldn't get through the Chippy run without this pun. $5 from I'm Poppy saying, nice job chipping those bosses away. Pun intended. $25 donation from Cypress saying, another year, another AGDQ. I always enjoy these weeks, and I've been watching long enough that I finally have a GDQ event shirt to wear every day of the marathon. Thanks to the Yeti for their support, and good luck to the runners this year. I'm looking forward to the Terraria speed run. A $25 donation from Kate Lib C, saying, my partner is a recent breast cancer survivor, and without years of research before, she may not be in my life today. Thank you for all of your hard work, GDQ, and congratulations on 10 years. I look forward to all GDQ events. Greetings from Vancouver. All right, and with that, we are going to head back to the interview area with Blechy and the Mexican Runner. I'm YoBGS, and coming up, we'll hear from Purple Ghost Casper after the interview.
Hey everybody, that was another very cool run. I hadn't seen that game Chippy before, but very cool stuff. So moving right along, I am jealous of nobody but myself right now because I am here with the one, the only, the Mexican Runner. How are you doing today?
Hello, Blechy. I'm doing fine. Yeah, just enjoying the event. It has been really awesome. And yeah, that's it.
Glad to hear, yeah. It's been an awesome event so far. So, I mean, I want to kick it off because you're going to be doing Adventure Island 2 in a little bit. Now, I'm sure most of you out there know it, but this man has completed every NES game released in the US. So I want to hear from you. You've played literally everything. You could submit everything. What made you decide for this marathon to submit Adventure Island 2?
Well, as you know, every runner is able to submit 5 games. So among those 5 games, it was Adventure Island 2. And it's a game that I have submitted previously, but I believe it has never been shown in a Games on Quick event. And it looks really amazing because it's so colorful. So it's also really fast, and you can ride dinosaurs. So it's just like a perfect game. It looks very similar to Super Mario Bros. In a way that it's just like running and jumping, but with the little Hudson Soft touch.
Yeah, very much so. Mr. Hudson, Master Wiggums? Is it Master
Higgins.
Master Higgins.
Yeah, Master Higgins.
That's the man. Yeah, so I mean, even narrowing it down further, you could have also submitted Adventure Island 1 or 3. Why 2 specifically of that series?
Well, no offense to all the other games and runners of the other games, but I feel like Adventure Island 2 is the best looking one out of the NES. And I got to play it as a kid together with Adventure Island 1 and 3, but still like 2 has been my favorite. And when I picked it up for the 12-hour challenge that I was doing, it felt really great. I was impressed with the game, and it was very difficult, so it made a click on me.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that's different from the first one, such as the dinosaurs you mentioned. And with that comes the question, like, you have to adapt a bit more than you might have to in the first one, because if you lose a dinosaur, you might have to change things up a little bit. Is that an issue for you coming into this game?
It's a very big issue because as a speedrunner, you're used to play the game the only way you play it with your actual strat. So losing a dinosaur, like, it changes your speed, and your attack is different because the axe comes from a little higher up, and it's not as effective and quick as the tail with the blue dinosaur, for example. So yeah, it changes a lot, and also many things that could go potentially wrong, like I have to just adjust on the fly. That's why the estimate is generous, but not really.
Got it. Cool. I want to actually change it up a bit. I want to talk a little bit about just your general kind of time that you've spent at GDQs. Do you know how many GDQs you've been to so far?
My first one was in 2014, and I mainly have assisted to Awesome Games Done Quick, so it should be like 5 plus this 6, and once I was at Summer Games Done Quick, so 7.
Got it. So 7. So what keeps you kind of coming back to these events?
Well, I came this time is the lucky 7, so I'm gonna get lucky this GDQ. I know it. What makes me keep coming back is just all the people who do speedruns and that I watch online, and I have been watching for a few years. All of them are coming here. And I can say like all of them are my friends, so this is a very good place where we can meet, talk about games, share some life experiences, gaming experiences, and hang out.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's really magical.
I mean, I absolutely love hanging out with people here as well, just because like it's easy to forget that there's so much going on behind the scenes. So now that it's the first one here in Orlando, we've always been in DC in the past for AGDQs. What kind of things have you been doing here in Orlando?
Well, I had to practice my game, so my friends went to Universal yesterday, but I was just like watching pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
But no, we're gonna actually go to like a medieval dinner. Well, it's like a show, but yeah, and many other stuff. They want to go to like arcade retro bar. So, well, it's gonna be interesting, and the weather is nice. I personally love swimming, so the hotel has a swimming pool, so I'm swimming every day. It's just really nice.
Nice. I got to join you one of those days.
Yeah.
So cool. We actually have a few questions from you guys out there, so let's go ahead with those. So first up we have from WSOX UK asks, TheMexicanRunner, how are you so good at so many different speedruns?
Well, I will say that it helps me that I'm a musician and I like study music for a long time, because in music you need to be able to tell differences on how to pick up songs fast. And I had like very good short-term memory that, well, I developed by playing music. Like I was hearing a melody and it was just in my head immediately. So I believe like when you start speedrunning a game, like memorization is a good ability that it helps you out. I don't have a like names memorization, but I have a very good location-wise. So many times I don't even need a map, and I know exactly where I am or where I have to go, or at least how to go back to the previous place that I was. So I think that ability to be able to see many things. I have like a peaky eye that I can see like bosses' patterns, immediately grasp them. And somehow I'm able coordinating to what is going on in the actual game. I get very familiarized with the game mechanics immediately. So that helps me out to be good at speedrunning games. And also I have the patience of a saint. That's what people say. I mean, but definitely to become a speedrunner, you have to be patient. I personally like NES games, so that's why I always am there.
Very cool. Awesome. You guys have sent in so many questions. Thank you. Unfortunately, we're out of time here when the setup for the next run is done. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Crotel Renovations by the Boyks, who was here interviewed not long ago. So thank you so much, TMR. Can't wait for Adventure Island 2. And let's check out Crotel Renovations. And let's check out Crotel. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be good stuff.
Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for that. Welcome to Awesome Games Done Quick 2020, hosted here on Twitch. I am Purple Ghost Casper, and I will be your host for a minute.